Hello there and welcome to a wellness moment. It's time to take a couple of minutes for you. Some time to learn a couple of new things about medicine or health or well-being or just generally cool stuff. What I have here in my hands are a couple of studies I've recently pulled out of PubMed. Something you can do as well. Just go to pubmed.com. Just put it into Google. Come up with PubMed, and in the search you can put anything you're curious about medicine-wise or science-wise and with regards to healthcare. And this database will pop up all kinds, hundreds of research studies, peer-reviewed research studies that have been done by professionals, PhDs, and other doctors. What I got into yesterday was looking at the longevity issue. You know, we've been doing a lot of stem cell therapies. You're seeing it all over the place. Stem cells, cord blood, amniotic fluid, things that are being injected into joints or even into the bloodstream to try and help with longevity and regeneration, as opposed to the degenerative therapies of ibuprofen, cortisone, naproxen, all of those NSAIDs and hormonal steroids. Those are all degenerative because they stop the regrowth of tissue. So we want to get away from those and get into the regenerative. Now, yes, of course, stem cell has been the big deal, all the talk, all the rage, and it's extremely expensive. Personally, I don't even particularly like doing that in our office. It's so expensive, and it has to be very well selected out. It's only going to work for some conditions. It pains me greatly to see people who go to Scottsdale and spend $10,000 or $8,000 on a procedure that has a marginal probability of success. So I started looking into other longevity things. I ended up looking on YouTube, found a PhD at Harvard. His name is David Sinclair. If you want to look that up, he has some excellent videos on what his research is entailing as far as really triggering our own DNA, our own bodies, to help us live longer and live better. In summary, what he has come up with are three things that we need to know about. So one is NMN. Now that's called nicotinamide mononucleotide. That's a compound that triggers our genetic structure to switch into a regenerative mode. As well is are compounds called Sirtuins. And Sirtuins also trigger genes to help us build more NAD. And NAD is a compound that basically goes into our mitochondria and starts them working harder just because they're given what they want. It's not like they're flogging them with a whip. It's more like you've got workers who want to take care of you, but if you're starving them, they can't. So with the NMN and the Sirtuins, you're giving them what they want, and they will begin to take care of you. They'll work harder and longer. Mice studies have shown mice to regenerate down into much younger presentations or characteristics, and they also live longer. So how do we do this? How do we induce more sirtuins and NMN? Well, in general, we can really spike these things by stressing our bodies. So high-intensity exercise for short periods of time will really spike the production of these compounds, NMN and sirtuins, as well as intermittent fasting, which is quite simple. Just stop eating breakfast. Maybe don't eat until afternoon, maybe 2 o'clock, and eat between 2 o'clock and 6 o'clock. That helps drive down insulin levels, and it starts spiking our NMN and sirtuin levels. Also, water fasting is a big deal as well. So by maybe every month or two, do a 1-day water fast. And maybe every quarter, every 6 months, do a 3-day water fast. These will spike these compounds in our bodies. And it is showing that this is going to help us live longer and better. Are these things available commercially? Yes, but I can't recommend anything yet. I'm still in that process. So something to think about. Have a great day, and thanks for watching A Wellness Moment.